Hey guys, Sam here with HorrorMom.com, and I'm here today to talk to you about The Strangers Part 1. So this came out in 2024, and it's actually a remake of the 2008 The Strangers. But what makes this one interesting is the fact that it is a trilogy, or it's going to be a trilogy. As soon as it came out last year, they announced that there was actually going to be 3 parts. We've known this from the get-go, which really brings a lot of curiosity as to what they're going to do. Because if you remember the original, it's very bleak as far as motive and who these characters are, but the fact that they're going to draw it out in 3 films, you know that we're going to find out more information, and that's what interests me about this film. I went back and rewatched Part 1 because Part 2 is going to be coming out September 26th. That's just in a few weeks, and I thought it would be fun to discuss this film with you guys. So in The Strangers Part 1, we're introduced to a different couple, Maya and Ryan. They have been dating for 5 years, and their car breaks down on the way to Oregon, which forces them to stay in a remote cabin, and it's not long before they find themselves being terrorized by 3 strangers wearing masks, just like in the original. And just like in the original, these 3 strangers seem to have no mercy, and they don't seem to have a motive as to why they are doing this. And the fact that they had no mercy and no motive is what has always made The Strangers a disturbing film. If you've seen the original, you know it's just like a torture film. It's like you watch these people get completely terrorized, and then the ending is very bleak. I will just say that. And because of that, I was very curious when I heard that they were remaking this Part 1. I thought, why would they remake this movie? I mean, it's just dire. But when I learned they were making a trilogy out of it, I thought, okay, they're probably going to do something different. We're going to get more information, and I've been really excited to kind of see what's going on. So I rewatched Part 1 to take another look at this film and to kind of compare it to the original from 2008. And, you know, they're very similar as far as the setup. They're stuck in a house, they're being terrorized, but there are some things that are different. And with this new one of the things I really liked about it after I rewatched it was how much character development they did with Maya and with Ryan. In the first film, we don't really get to know the characters, James and Kristen. We don't really get to know them very much. We know more about their relationship and the problems they have with their relationship than anything else. But in the remake, they spend a lot of time, especially with Maya, developing their characters, developing their relationship, you know, their car ride, there's a stop at the diner. I really think that makes a huge difference in this film, and it makes you more invested in the characters. I really felt like I did know them. So I think that was a really good change. I also did notice that they tried to change everything up as far as chase scenes or hiding scenes. When the killers reveal themselves, they definitely tried to change all that up. The one thing they did keep the same from the original is Tamara home, which I think is exactly what they should have done. That's such an iconic line. You've got to keep Is Tamara home in there. So it's not like I felt like I was watching a totally different movie, but there was enough changes that I was able to enjoy it. And like I said, when you know there's going to be multiple movies, you really feel like there's going to be something different. I have watched the trailer for Part 2, and I gotta tell you guys, I'm really excited to see that film. I think it looks like a wild, crazy, scary, suspenseful ride, and that's kind of what the big difference is I feel like in the first one, it was just bleak, it's over, and in this one, they're giving us extra movies, and you know we're gonna get more information. So I'm definitely excited to see Part 2. For a score, I'm gonna give Part 1 a 7. I would definitely recommend it. I think it is a good film. I'm actually really looking forward to what they are going to do in Part 2 and Part 3. I mean, they kind of had to retell this beginning story in order to set everything up, and now I'm just really excited to see where they're gonna go and how creative they're going to be. And like I said, if you see the trailer for Part 2, I feel like we're definitely going to get more information. I don't want to say too much, but you definitely should watch Part 1 before you watch the trailer for Part 2. And if you have never seen the original, you should definitely go back and watch the original from 2008. It stars Liv Tyler and Scott Speedman, and Liv Tyler does an exceptional job. She's so emotional in that film, and the fear just seems so intense and real. And then in Strangers Part 1, we have Madeline Patch, and I think she does a great job as well. I don't think her performance is better than Liv Tyler's. I don't think you can get better than that one, but she really carries this film. I think one of the reasons why these films are intriguing and memorable is because of these lead actresses, and I think that Madeline did a pretty good job. You can find The Strangers Part 1. It's now streaming on Stars, or you can rent it from Prime. I think it's worth the rental prices, especially if you're interested in watching the second and third film. I do want to tell you there is a very short end credit scene on the end of part 1, so make sure that you kind of watch for that. I would love to know what other people think about these films. What do you think about the original? What do you think about the remake? Are you excited to see where they take this franchise, which it's kind of like a franchise now, you'd have to say. There is a second movie that takes place after the 2008 The Strangers. It's called The Strangers Pray at Night. I think this is a decent film. It's not one of my favorites, but I think it's worth watching. So if you get the original watched and you get part 1 watched and you want some more Strangers, you can watch Strangers Pray at Night. It takes place with the same killers in The Strangers, the original, but there's no connection to that one with the new trilogy that's coming out. But you know, if you need some more Stranger films, you can go watch that one. So I'm really curious to see where this part 2 is going to go. I have all kinds of guesses in my brain firing as to what's going on. I probably will be wrong, but it definitely is intriguing. I think if you see the trailer for the second one, you're going to get excited and go, what is going on and what is going to happen? I'm very excited for that. I definitely will be covering that film when it comes out after September 26th and let you guys know what I think about it. But otherwise, if you're looking for something spooky, check The Strangers out part 1. I think it's worth watching. Let me know in the comments and I will see you guys in the next one. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Is Tamara here?
No.
I think you have the wrong home. That was weird.
Rotate.